Okay, so we've got Billy MacKenzie's 450 here. We have the modified cylinder head, which is done by CDR in Australia. GYTR piston. We run some CDR cams in it, and they're made here in New Zealand actually. We run the Pro Circuit pipe, and we modify the suspension ourselves. The suspension settings is pretty much what I've run for the last few years in Europe and in Australia. We've just got some different high-speed adjustments on the shock, and basically my setting. We run 1451 gearing with Renthal, DID chain, Pirelli tyres, we heavy-duty tube it, Pro Circuit pipe, run a uni filter in it, modify it, some boys and parts for keeping it slightly cooler, GYTR brakes. Other than that, we're pretty much looking at a stock unit. We make a few modifications to the position on the bike. Billy likes to run his handlebars slightly further forward in quite a high setting because he's quite a tall guy. And he also has a tendency to sit really far back, so we put the bars more forward to try and help weight the front wheel in the turns. Okay. Other than that, we really just try to mellow the power out. The 450 Yamaha is a very fast production bike, so we try to just make it a little bit easier for him to ride. And he likes to pull tall gears, so he's really easy on the bike, he's easy on the clutch. We run a GYT clutch basket and hub, which helps make it a little bit more smoother. Other than that, we're pretty much looking at a stock unit. So with Scotty's bike, there was a little bit more work done. You know, with the 450, it's a completely different animal. You know, we're looking really to tame the bike down, to try to put the power to the ground, and make it an easy bike to ride. With the 250F, we're simply looking for horsepower. So it's had quite a few modifications, and we're really happy with the way it came up in the end. We run a GYTR cylinder head and cams. We also run a GYTR piston for higher compression. We run a GYTR clutch basket in it, obviously Pro Circuit pipe. We wet sump it, so basically we only run a little amount of oil in this bike, about 800 ml, but obviously the clutch runs in the oil as well, so we change the oil on this bike every day that it's ridden. We also run race fuel in it because when you put the bike under more pressure with the compression, it's much easier on it when we run race fuel. There's less detonation. We run a different ignition on it, which just helps with RPM, gives it slightly more RPM, but also helps clean up right through the power range. We run GYTR discs, Talon wheels, slightly lighter. The 450 we don't do that. We modify the suspension ourselves. Scott runs a very weird setup on suspension. I cannot ride his bike. Nobody can ride his bike. Only he can. And we tried to go away from that, and we tried to put him more on a neutral direction, but it didn't work, and it was a mistake. I shouldn't have tried to change him. I should have realised he's different and realised that's how he likes it, and gone with it. That's how he's comfortable. So we made a small mistake there, but we got that figured out. We've got a manual cam chain adjuster. We've got some carbon fibre heat shield for the carburetor. We run R&D bowl on and a adjustable leak jet system, and change the jetting on this bike quite a bit. Other than that, that's pretty much it. We've got the modifications on the airbox for more air. Obviously seat covers like the 450 with more grip. And really all the other stuff is just customising it for Scott. He runs his levers quite far down. He runs quite a low and back handlebar bend, and just, yeah, other than that, it's just all simple modifications. So it's quite a big job, this bike, but we were really happy with the outcome. He was too. We worked very hard on it, and yeah, obviously managed to win the championship, so that was good.